Good morning. Today is the 25th of August, 2026. This is the Defense Reports Wires Brief, your daily roundup of the latest defense, intelligence, and international security news. I'm Stuart Webb, and here are today's top stories. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent announced that the U.S. will target all means of Iranian income, including oil, with sanctions. This has been dubbed Operation Economic Outcast. It aims to prevent companies in other countries from doing business with Iran and strangleholding its economy. Iranian rail cargo transit with Afghanistan has increased substantially. Freight transit has increased from approximately 15,000 tons a year to over 130,000 tons a month. Iran has expanded its transit links with Afghanistan, Central Asian countries, and Turkey in recent years. It has also diversified not only the trading partners but also its logistical systems, reducing Iran's reliance on sea-based cargo. Moving to the Ukraine-Russia war, President Putin signed a decree allowing the Russian state to temporarily seize critical infrastructure if it finds the facilities are poorly protected. Moreover, the government can strip the owners of physical and financial control of the facilities if it determines that they are failing to repair the damage quickly. This will have implications for Russia's oil sector and also the online retailers Wildberries and now Ozon. Overnight, Ukraine struck Russia's Afisky oil refinery. The previous night, the Astrakhan gas processing plant was struck. Both facilities supply the Russian military. The extent of the damage is currently being assessed. Britain will share technological information on the Scalp missile, also known as the Storm Shadow. Soon, Ukraine will be able to produce these missiles under license. The missile has a range of 250 kilometers and is designed for precision strikes against Globemaster, departed from Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland multiple Sunday afternoon. It then landed in Riga, Latvia. It then departed from Moscow and landed at Vnukovo International Airport. U.S. military officials, the White House, and Russian and American embassy officials have not commented. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that he did not have any information about the aircraft. It is definitely unusual and a mysterious flight. There are rumors of a prisoner exchange, and there's also video of a U.S. diplomatic motorcade driving around Moscow. Fears of Russian mobilization continue as forced recruitment spikes. Human rights groups claim that there has been a surge in forced recruitment since mid-August. Men have been detained by Russian security forces under the pretext of document checks or for drinking in public, and then pressured to sign military contracts, either at police stations or directly at military enlistment offices. Iraq pushed back the deadline for armed groups to disarm. The original deadline was set for 30th of September, and the government stood by that deadline until Sunday. The Iraqi government now states that the disarmament phase will begin on the 30th of September. Some groups have indicated that they will disarm, but militias backed by Iran have been refusing. Negotiations with a 3-member Shiite committee from the Iraqi government and 3 Iranian-backed armed groups regarding disarmament mechanisms are in progress. The 3 Iranian-backed groups are attempting to set conditions, including the withdrawal of all foreign military forces from Iraq, including the Turkish army. The United States officially removed Syria's designation as a state sponsor of terrorism. The State Department also revoked the designation of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham as the terror group. The group originated in 2011 as Jabhat al-Nusra, which was the official branch of al-Qaeda in Syria, but split from al-Qaeda in 2016. Syria's President Ahmed al-Shara vowed that he will not support terrorism in the future, although he was a former leader of HTS. Military officials from Burundi and Uganda met with Israeli officials to discuss the deployment of soldiers to Gaza as part of the international security force put forward by the Board of Peace. Both countries do not have finalized plans. Uganda recently passed approval in Parliament, and Burundi has declared its intent to join but has not started the process. Uganda pledged 1,200 troops to the international security force. Gang members killed at least 40 people in a church in Kenskov outside of Haiti's capital of Port-au-Prince on Sunday. Others were injured and some were kidnapped. The victims included many already displaced by gang violence. The United States will propose expanding the UN arms embargo in Sudan. Russia claims that the changes will require UN security approval and will hurt the Sudanese army. The U.S. wants the embargo to cover all of Sudan geographically, as well as to materially cover unmanned aerial vehicles and related technologies. Earlier this month, German investigators found a third drone at Leipzig Airport, as well as 50 grams of what is suspected to be hexogen, or RDX, a military explosive. Chancellor Friedrich Merz said that the German government will shortly set out who it believes was behind the August 4th drone attack on Leipzig-Halle airport. They will pay for it, Merz said. And that concludes today's Wires Brief. If you found this useful, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and visit defenseportal.com for analysis on these topics and more. And until next time, have a good day.